Hi Virgo, I hope that you are doing well. Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. Okay, so I'm looking at the Page of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Five of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Four of Swords. A lot of air energy here with a little bit of fire. I get the feeling like there may even be something that you see that bothers you, and this may be a sign that you need to take a little bit of a break. It's one of those notions where you know, kind of when you're a bit burnt out or you're overwhelmed or overworked, even, it's like something that wouldn't normally bother you ends up bothering you. That's what I'm seeing here. And it feels like you recognize this because you may feel like something happening that's out of character, or you may like say something or even have a thought and you're like, well, that's not me, like something like that. And it's telling you that you need to take a break. It feels too like this is because of your involvement with other people. It's like you may be being brought into a conversation space that you feel like is bringing about thoughts that you're not necessarily trying to have. It feels like because of whatever this is that you're witnessing, that you're around. Because this is like observing in a way where we end up exchanging energy with something. So this can be like social media or being around people that you feel like they like talk about a lot of things that maybe you feel like are more petty even at times. But it may actually be indicating something that you do or you don't want to do. So I'm seeing, as much as this can be like something unsavory that happens in a moment, it's also telling you what you need right now. And you may actually have to, it's like somebody may be trying to like suck you into something even, and you don't want to do it, and you have to let them know that you're actually not going to be doing that. Like I'm seeing for some of you, someone may be trying to involve you in like getting something started or a new project or something, or like something new that they want to do with you, but there's a sense of not liking the vibe. And so I'm seeing that you're actually going to break away from this. It's something about the energy that doesn't sit well with you. And I'm not like seeing you being judgmental. It's more so like you're understanding the impact that something is having on you and the effect that it has on you. And because of that, it's telling you that it's a situation you don't want to be involved in. So it's helping you in that way. Because I'm also seeing you like in a quite independent energy with the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck too. So it seems like you're going to be fine, like kind of going off on your own or taking a break if that's what you need right now, Virgo. Yeah. I feel very, very strongly like your guys are encouraging you to heed your intuition when it comes to you not feeling good about a situation or the vibe of it, because I'm seeing that karmically something is going to be unfolding and you might as well kind of back away from this situation. It's like you're not here to carry someone's karma. I'm just seeing that straight away, because I'm seeing that this person may have an effect on you, or these people may have an effect on you, and it's something that you want to move out from. Or it's like this habit. It's like you continue watching something, or like even ingesting something that the takeaway is not a good feeling. This can even be a discouraging energy. It's like you wanna do something for yourself, or you're excited about starting something, and you have people around you discouraging you from what you're trying to do here. So you have to set boundaries with these non-supportive energies. It feels too like the more you're checking in with other people rather than yourself, the more you're going to be impacted, but I'm not seeing it be necessarily impacted in a beneficial way. It's like something that's going to deter you from actually doing something that you want, and that's why I'm seeing you have to be careful with your energy here. It's like you have to protect your energy, meaning if something is discouraging, this is about cutting that off. If, like, when you're around certain people, when you start talking about something that you're doing and they're not supportive of what you're doing, then maybe don't share what it is that you're doing. It's little things like this that we do that kind of protect our visions and our dreams and our manifestation. I'm also hearing energetic field. And also just know that karmically, the people that are in like low vibrational energies right now, where they're not being supportive to those around them, there's definitely going to be, I'm hearing whiplash, there's definitely going to be an effect because of this. I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune below the Five of Swords. So it's like, if you're around people that are not uplifting to those around them, and not like reaching out a hand to someone that they see fall right in front of them, there's a sense of not being around this energy, because karmically there are definitely going to be implications from that and consequences. And so you want to kind of excuse yourself from that space, because you don't want to be hit with someone's karma because you're around them. So it's like, if you don't agree with the way that somebody's doing things, or you don't think that they're kind, this is about you protecting your energy. Yeah, so you're not impacted by what's going to be happening. This is also maybe a wake-up call too. It's like, have you not been supportive to someone that needs your support? Have you been too critical, like even of yourself too? I'm almost getting kind of a disempowered energy in a way. It's like you want to set boundaries, but for whatever reason you're feeling poorly about doing this. It's almost like being in a situation and being like, it's inevitable, so I'm not even gonna bother. And it has to do with the way that you interact with someone, or like even setting boundaries with them. It's kind of like, oh well, I just have to deal with this, but you don't actually have to deal with it. Like, you actually get to control what happens, because with the Wheel of Fortune too, like, some of that is out of your hands, but there's also a notion of what you're doing about it as well. It's like, karmically, it can go either way. It also depends on what energy you're bringing into the mix and how you're working with it, how you're working with your energy, and the impact that that has on your karma. Yeah, it seems like somebody you've been exchanging energy with or working with in some way. I'm seeing there's a break that's being taken. And some sort of plan that's being made from that space, but it's only after someone has like a break or some sort of situation where they're separated from whatever they had been in the midst of before. There may be a lot of different emotions as well that are coming to light. It's like you're trying to find your happiness, maybe among many other feelings that you're having, and this can be even overwhelming at times. I'm more so seeing this as being an energy outside of yourself. Like, I'm seeing, it's almost like because you've been around someone's energy, I'm seeing you kind of have like a second hand or a secondary after effect even from being around this person. It's like maybe having a hard time finding yourself through their energy. Because I am seeing something, it's like you're working on your happiness. I'm also hearing celebration. And like you're trying to figure out how you feel. And it's kind of like in the midst of you going through a kind of complicated emotional experience here, meaning like there isn't one way that you feel about things, and there's a sense of even confusion about solidly where you stand. Maybe this is also a byproduct of not like properly processing everything. And then it's like in the midst of that, an opportunity opens up for you, but it's almost bizarre the way that it comes about, because I'm seeing you like still not completely emotionally have your footing here. And then it's like something is handed off to you immediately. It's like it's even reminding me of a relay race. But it's kind of like you didn't know you were in a relay race and somebody's now handing you the baton and telling you to run, and you're just kind of going with it even. It seems like it's going to... I'm hearing lucky streak and I'm also hearing windfall. It seems like even though this pops up like sort of randomly even, it's going to bring you in the direction that you're meant to be going in. So there's a sense of trusting this even though you feel unsure about it. Because it's all kind of meant to be unfolding as it's unfolding. And it's going to bring you closer to what you want. You may too be recognizing that your values and your standards are not aligning with the situation that you're in right now, and this is kind of the main focus of why you want to be removing yourself from something. It's not up to par with what you believe is right for you and what you want to be around. It can even be like being around people where like you want to be of service and you feel like the people you're around, that's not really their concern, and you may feel like they're somewhat like selfish or petty even at times, and you feel like it's something that energetically has an effect on you and it's not something that you feel good about. But it may be a situation that's hard to leave, maybe for financial reasons for some of you. With the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm seeing it almost be like you may recognize something going on with in the ego space for someone or people that you're around. Maybe you're also recognizing too what's prohibiting you from expressing yourself in the way that you want to. Because I know I mentioned this earlier, but it really does seem like there's something that you want to start, but it's something that you may discourage yourself from or talk yourself out of because it's unfamiliar to you. It's almost like something that piques your interest and you're not sure completely how you feel about it. But it seems like that... Ooh, I'm hearing self-doubt. It seems like that self-doubt is kind of coming from a more critical voice in your head. Or one that's even afraid to make a mistake. So this is about figuring out where that's coming from too for you. This may be something more deep-seated. For some of you, this can even be an effect from a parent, from when you were small. It's this critical voice that you hear at times that may, I'm hearing abstain, something that keeps you away from what you want to be doing creatively. This would be something fun for you. Something that you'd like to pursue, something that you feel excited about when you think about it, or motivated or inspired. I'm seeing that there's going to be a move that you're making to leave some group of people or some type of frequent energetic exchange. It's like somebody that you may be seeing frequently or a group of people that you work with frequently. I'm seeing you walk away from this. There's a sense of not feeling satisfied within this exchange that's going on. And this doesn't have to be work related, although it can be. This can be related to like an interpersonal group. It's like in your free time, this group of people you've been seeing. I'm even getting the example of, it's like, say you go out to breakfast every Wednesday. It's like that group of people that you see every Wednesday. Maybe you feel like you're being impacted by them in a way that you want to take a break from that. Something you want to move on from. It seems too like this could have been an area that you were in where there were things that you were learning. It's like you could have been teaching people, you could have been learning, and also, like, isn't that always the ultimate exchange? It's like when you're a teacher, you're also a student. When you're a student, you're also a teacher. It's that that duality between the relationship of the two. So you could have been in an environment like that, and it's like you learned everything that you needed to learn, you grasped everything that you needed to grasp, and now there's a sense of going deeper into like what's going to further feel fulfilling to me. But your fulfillment may be found in you kind of easing off or taking a little bit of a break. Like you may feel like you're having a hard time even at times being still, and that's actually what you're being called to do. Because it seems like you need to be still in order to make a plan that is going to be beneficial to you, and it's also going to beneficially impact those around you. However, there's a sense of maybe having a hard time being in that quiet moment for yourself. And maybe you feel like it's overindulgent to give yourself a break or to take time for yourself, like in this actual way that's needed. Because this is like true, not just true self-care, but also truly you getting connected here with the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is finding yourself in a space where after you come out of that space, you feel like you're ready to enter back into life in a very, very full way. I saw 1818 on the time when I looked up. It's that feeling of getting just the right amount of stress relief. Interesting, okay. Maybe you're not even recognizing how stressed you feel. It kind of feels like you may be holding yourself at a standard even that is very hard, I'm hearing, to compete with, but it's almost like you competing here with yourself is what it feels like. And although there's a time and a place for that, it seems like it's something that it just seems like you may really be harshly criticizing yourself at times or holding yourself to a standard that you're not giving yourself a break sometimes when you need it. And I feel like that's affecting you even on a soul level at times. I'm seeing the Four of Swords be really important here. The Four of Swords is you also meditating, getting connected. It's stilling the mind more than anything. In this scenario is what I'm seeing. But I'm getting too that because of some responsibilities that you have, it may be more difficult for you to do this. Like, I'm seeing a child and a parent here. Like, I'm seeing something going on with the family situation, something also going on with the home too. It's like you have these responsibilities that make it hard for you to actually go into that deeper, I'm hearing state of awareness. Because, like, certain things are constantly on your mind, so it's like that loop that continuously plays. So just maybe something you're even becoming more aware of now. So like you're trying to get to an elevated state, even, but there are some things that you're realizing that are going to actually help push you where you're going, or where you're attempting to go right now. And this is too, I'm seeing you're very good at like handling what you need to handle, Virgo. Like, I'm not seeing you have really any issues. This is more so just something like for you personally, for yourself. Because it's not like, wow, everything's so out of control. I'm not seeing anything like that at all. It seems like you really have everything all together. This is more so about you connecting with yourself here, and maybe even disengaging from certain responsibilities that you have in a way that it's going to like actually benefit you soulfully. Okay, my friends, we are going to end it here. Actually, I'll go over the zodiacs, my bad. I'm looking at the sun and Jupiter. Okay, we are going to end it here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.